This is Mile High.
Do I want to tell the story or do I want to show the message?
You've got a lot of work to do between Mile High.
The time has come where we can know
we have a responsibility, an ethical and moral responsibility.
We have to do it better in order to move people along.
Up, down, inside out.
If you get your mind right,
it is not. It is a receiver of thought. Because love is my first technique.
it's now time for the show.
Welcome to 2025. Richelle and I are very excited for 2025 and for all the things that we're envisioning for Lifetime Wellness Practice to support all of you have your best years ever. We're talking today about mission, vision, and having you bring more people into that. And this is going to be a vital episode for everybody to listen maybe every single year, okay? I've thought hard about this. I have vital documents that are going to be along with this episode. We're going to be sharing the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And this will be something that you need to revisit, okay, each year. So remember what we said about all ships rise together. That's what the inner circle is about, is all of us lifting each other up. Myself and Richelle doing our best to lift all of you up. Our mentors looking, Matthew and Michelle, and Amanda and Carrie doing the best they can to lift you guys all up, and you lifting up each other. So understand, you being in the inner circle is you're investing in the privilege of being able to contribute and support others, because that is a privilege. And as you learn things, you sharing that with other people lifts you up, because when you share what you know, you grow. Okay, so we have a lot of upgrades that are going to be here for the inner circle, and we are very excited about all that we have envisioned for 2025. And that's what this is about. It's you envisioning new things for your year and us envisioning new things for you. So super thrilled about 2025. Now, first of all, be all in on marketing mastery. Lifetime Wellness Registration.com. Never miss a module, always bring your team. Never miss a module, always bring your team. Please understand, we do 2 events a year for you. That's it. When Richelle and I had our biggest growth in our practice, we committed to bring our team to 5 events a year, flying them to there. And we had a team of 4 people, and we brought our kids, okay, and had babysitters there. And we went all in. I cannot emphasize enough, if you're in the inner circle, you make sure that you are at our 2 Lifetime Wellness modules and you're at Mile High. Every single year, you don't even think twice about it. And that should be the deal right now. Now, next thing, I'll also say this, relative to committing all in. If you have been on the fence of being part of either the White Buffalo group or mentoring one-to-one with people, get off the fence and just decide that, you know, this is the year that we are getting to our next stage of growth. All right, you can do it. Myself and Richelle, we put a new level of growth into our office, and we grew 100 visits a week in the last 60 days before the new year. So we know a few things about growth and helping you grow. And marketing mastery is about you growing in terms of new patients. And we've learned a lot about marketing, not just anyone who's going to be in the door for a few visits, but people that are going to be there, stay, pay, and refer, that want to be there for long term, that want to be part of changing their lives for the better. The marketing is different. All right. So you want to be at marketing mastery. I can guarantee you that your investment will be much smaller than what you will gain from being at marketing mastery. So commit, flying in Friday and leaving Sunday. We made it a smaller time frame to make it easier for people to travel. So you can get up real early Friday, stay there Friday, and then from wherever you're traveling to, and be there Friday, Saturday. Preferably stay Saturday night and hang out with us, and then leave Sunday morning so you'll miss less office time. Okay. Now, envisioning your new year. All right. First thing, and by the way, if you're watching this live, please give it a thumbs up or a heart. All right. And let us know that you're watching it live by giving a comment in it so we know that you're here live with us. All right. As we have 4 episodes each month, a mentor episode, a guest episode, we interview someone, a team episode, and Hugh Little's episode on communication and sales. So let's make sure you get the most out of all of it. So for your new year, these are key things that I want you to do, and if you have a team, do it with them. I know some of you are solo, okay, and you wouldn't be in the inner circle if you didn't want to grow. So it doesn't matter whether you're solo or individual, solo or have a team. These things are for you to do, all right? And if it means it's just you, then do the same things I'm telling you. If it's you and a team, then do both of those. All right. So it's really some steps, and you're at this time of going into the new year. There's like this thread that's being pulled of you launching forward, and you want to embrace that and just use momentum that happens magically when you're in a new year. There's some kind of this magical, palpable fuel, and you want to what's it called? Capitalize on that. And to capitalize that, you have to put some energy in, all right, on top of the fuel that's lifting. And the first thing I tell you to do, I told you to do this October, November, and December. Most likely only 10 or 20% of you did this. So I'm telling you, so maybe another 10 or 20% will do what I say, which is get some quiet time. Get some quiet time with a paper and pen and write your vision. Just free write, pad and pen, music if it does it for you, change its location if that's someplace where you got to be, like a coffee shop. If it's your home, do that, whatever it might be, all right? But do something so you take a pad and pen for a couple hours and write down what you want to do, what vacations you want to take, all right? What time off you want, how many date nights, all right? What time you want to spend with your kids, what things you want to put into your practice that we've not done before, what are initiatives you want to have. I'll tell you, Tony Robbins Business Mastery, they do this, okay? You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to do it. You can do it on your own, and you can take a pad and pen, get yourself in a peak state, put yourself in a peak state, okay? And then while you're in a peak state, write free flow. Okay, what are the things that you want to manifest in this year? All right, and by doing that, you will be able to light a spark for your new year. All right, and you'll be able to light that spark with your team as well. All right, so next thing is, in this, I've done this exercise many times. And yes, these are exercise things. These are things that you have to put energy in. It's not something that just magically Danny and Richelle say, here's a piece of paper and do it. You have to put the energy in, okay, I got to get this here, of what it is that you're doing. You have to put energy in to be able to make things happen, all right? All right, so the exercise, I'm going to put it on the screen, share screen. Share, no, not that button. Share, there we go. Share screen, there. And I want you, I should be sharing our screen right now. Yep. I want you to do this exercise with your team if you have one. If not, you do this just by you. It's a value statement exercise. If you've done it before, don't peek at your notes from before, all right? Make new ones, because you're a different person than if you did this 3 years ago. If you've never done it, then you definitely have to do it. This will be your office's signature, your office DNA. And as I said, do it with your team. Why should I choose chiropractic? Pad and pen, free write. Why should I choose chiropractic? You your team all do this. That's number one. Okay. Next, why should I choose Network Wellness Center? You and your team do this. And again, if don't get nervous if it's only you and you don't have a team, then you just do this. Why should I choose Intrinsic Care? Why should I choose this office? If you have a team and you hear their answers, it will tell you a lot about your practice that you don't know. And by the way, if you don't have a team, then you could do this if you have a really close practice member or friends or a spouse. You can do this with them. Okay. Why should I choose and pick the office? Next thing is, why should I choose Dr. whatever your name is? And yes, have your team write this. If the team doesn't, if you have to write not why you choose doctor, you have to write something about your team. Why should I choose, and put the team member or multiple team members, or you can do just your team. Why should I choose doctor? After you do the exercise, it should take you, if you're doing this right, it will take you a solid half hour, all right, to do all three of these, 10 minutes for each one. If it's taking less than that, you're missing something. If it only took you like 5 minutes, you guys are missing something. You want to have music, peak state, write the answers to this. And then after that, everybody share their answers. Yes, everybody on your team share your answers. What you hear, you'll be able to synthesize, synergize, and put together as what are the value statements for your practice. You'll be able to pull sentences, pull phrases from your team's answers and from your answers that, oh, that really is what we are and who we are about. You will get the roadmap to making what it is that's unique about your office by doing this incredibly valuable exercise. That's why I'm going to put the PDFs of this in your in with the email and with the episode in the app. Okay, so why should I choose chiropractic? Why should I choose, and then the office name, and then why should I choose the doctor, or what do I appreciate about our staff? Just change the question from doctor to staff. Okay, and then this will become your calling card of who it is that your individual office really is. All right. This is step one. By the way, all these things, I wouldn't necessarily try to do them all in one sitting, but these can be your team meetings for the next few weeks as you move into January to really give some fuel to this beginning of the calendar year. Okay, so here's the next one, is you're going to create a personal mission statement. Yes, every team member create a personal mission statement. All right, and I'm still sharing my screen because I want you guys to all see this. All right. Let's see how I hide the adjust on a single line ribbon. Show tabs only. There we go. So we can see the whole thing. That'll help you see it. You're going to create a personal mission, and everybody on your team create a personal mission statement. It's an exercise to help you clarify your purpose in the office. Step A, write down 5 positive personality characteristics you like about yourself. 5 positive personality characteristics you like about yourself. For example, teachable, persistence, creativity, friendliness, sense of humor, willingness to learn. Those are examples. You're going to write 5 things about you. And yes, your team member is going to write 5 things about themselves. All right. And by the way, this is a good, it's vulnerable. It is something that you can do as a team, all right, and share with each other if you have that kind of relationship with your team members. All right. 5 positive personality characteristics you like about yourself. Next, step B. For those items that you listed above, describe the way you express each of those positive characteristics on a regular basis. So using the word by to begin each phrase. So for example, willingness to learn. You might write by being committed to ongoing professional development. Another example, if you're persistence, okay, you might write by making sure the job always gets done. And again, if you do this with a team, right, that's good. Or if you do this with your spouse or a friend, all right, you can, you know, if someone who loves you and cares about you and knows you that you consider close, even if they're not in the same state, like be vulnerable and get them to be part of this, all right, by making sure they always get the job done, all right. Teachable, by making sure I'm putting myself in a growth environment, whatever it is. Then C, write down 5 goals you like to achieve from 1 year from today, or in this case, 353 days from today. 5 goals you like to achieve by 1 year from today, all right? And write down what those goals are. And then step D, look back over A, B, and C and circle the 3 most important from each of those areas. Step 3 is that look at A, A, B, and C. So look at the characteristics and the by, and then the 5 goals. Circle 3 in each of these things. Okay, the 3 most important. All right, and then put them in the blanks of the paragraph below. All right, which becomes, my purpose is to express whatever it is, your willingness, your teachability, whatever it is of those 3, by, and put the description in those, in the next 3, and then to create and pick your 3 goals. And by writing it in by December 25, all right? And when you're done with that, you're going to have a short paragraph. It's going to be something like this. My purpose is to express my intelligence, my creativity, and great people skills by continuing learning and applying new techniques, by providing unique personalized care for my patients, and by building long relationships with my patients to create 100 new lifetime chiropractic patients, 500 new patients, and 700,000 in services by December 31st. I'll change this 2025. Okay? And that becomes your mission statement and focus. And how great is it if you not only have this, but each team member has that, and you know each other's, and you hold each other accountable, hold each other accountable, and you lift each other up. This becomes your battle cry. I want to come up with something other than isn't vital, not a battle cry, but that's just the word that came up. Okay. But your calling card of who you are and who your office is. And between the value statements and the mission statements, this will be like the foundation of your success. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to write 3. Those are 2 big exercises. Don't underestimate them. Don't try to do them each in 5 minutes. Like, really give it some consideration. All right. And then from that, you're going to have 3 things that you love, admire about each team member. So you sit down with your team and you write 3 things that you love and admire about those team members. So if you've got yourself and another team member, you each write 3 things. It's you and 2 team members. Both team members each write 3 things. Okay? And then you read them to each other. I will tell you, I've done this multiple times with our practices, with our teams when we had new teams, and it becomes a tearjerker. But it will help bring you all together. 3 things you love, admire about each team member. You'll have the experience of, I never know they thought that about me. Oh, you really feel that way about me? It will help lift you guys up. All right? Man, I just get chills over knowing that you're going to integrate this. So 3 things you love, admire about each team member, 3 value statements, and create a personal mission statement. Those are your projects. We're at January 8th, and there's 3 weeks after today. So that creates 3 weekly meetings with your team that will be emotional, will be growth oriented, and redefining for your practice. I know people think, can't you just tell me the steps to do? It's not the steps to do, it's this stuff that will make the difference in your practice. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you to do is I'm going to also advise you to watch some things as a team. Yep, I'm going to ask you to watch some things as a team. There are two things, and you want to pick something else, you can pick something else. You're a different person than me. But with your team, I want you to help them get a bigger vision for chiropractic. Get a bigger vision for chiropractic. And what I suggest you do, and you can find these things on YouTube, is you watch with your team The Chemistry of Life, Reggie Gold, and watch with your team, okay, The Great Debate. You watch each of those so that your team will have like a new enthusiasm for chiropractic. Now, if you want, you can pick a third thing. I would recommend something from Donnie Epstein or some other video, and you do each of these exercises 3 weekly meetings, and watch one of those videos also with that meeting. I know, don't we have to plan to memorize scripts? Yeah, you have to. This will make a bigger difference in your practice for the coming year, okay? So make it happen, all right? And I can't wait to hear your implementation. And I also so look forward to seeing you at our March event, March Marketing Mastery. Make sure you for sure are there, okay? You do not miss that, all right? LifetimeWellnessRegistration.com, and keep changing spines, lives, and minds with chiropractic. Remember, all ships rise together, okay? And also remember, never miss a module. Always bring your team, and make that your plan for this calendar year. Look forward to seeing you at both our events, and also look forward to seeing you at Mile High.